Sometimes people forget that streamers are just human. Behind the laughs, the hype, and those wild viral clips, they deal with real pain too, heartbreak, loss, and moments that break them down on camera.
And this fucked me up the whole day.
I would never take it for granted, Bob. Just pray for me, please.
What you put into my head made me want to myself.
The difference is, when their world falls apart, millions are watching. These aren't just clips for views, they're moments that showed the raw, unfiltered side of internet fame, fear, grief, and pure emotion. From health scares to tearful goodbyes, these are the 10 most heartbreaking streamer moments ever caught live. IShowSpeed's health scare in Tokyo.
We are in Japan, baby. We are finally in Japan. I know y'all been waiting for the Japan stream, bro.
When IShowSpeed flew to Japan, everyone expected chaos, him yelling on the streets, goofing around with fans, and making people laugh as always. But what nobody saw coming was how that trip nearly ended in tragedy. During one of his vlogs, Speed started holding his face in pain, saying his right eye hurt badly. At first, fans thought it was just another one of his jokes. You know how unpredictable he can be. But then things got real. The pain got worse, and he ended up in the hospital.
Hello guys, quick update. I don't know what I have right now. I'm about to go through surgery right now. I love y'all boys so much, you know. I've been feeling my eyes puffing up. It feel like somebody is stabbing my eye with a knife. I don't know what's gonna happen to me. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all boys to always be right there with me until I die.
Love y'all. I never experienced anything like this. My mom and dad about to fly all the way to Tokyo. So please, just pray for me, please.
Doctors later revealed he had a dangerous sinus infection that was spreading toward his brain. For a moment, people genuinely feared the worst. Social media exploded with concern, and fans who were used to seeing him full of energy were now seeing him helpless in a hospital bed. It was heartbreaking.
Come on.
Big 19 million, bro. Big 19. Let's go.
When Speed finally came back online, he looked emotional, softer even. He thanked his fans for sticking with him and admitted the experience changed him. That moment showed everyone that behind all the noise and wild streams, there's a young guy who almost lost it all and learned to slow down a little. Kai Cenat's world record stream breakdown. When Kai Cenat set out to break the Twitch record for the most subscribed streamer ever, nobody expected the emotional roller coaster that came with it. For weeks, he streamed non-stop, sleeping on camera, laughing with friends, and keeping his energy up around the clock.
I brought my whole family. Hairstyle!
Viewers from all over the world tuned in to witness history. But when the moment finally came, when the counter hit that record-breaking number, Kai completely broke down. He covered his face and started crying. You could hear his voice shaking as he thanked everyone who believed in him. "Y'all changed my life," he said through tears, surrounded by friends cheering and hugging him. It wasn't just about numbers anymore. It was about how far he'd come, from a kid with a dream to one of the biggest streamers in the world.
How do I explain this? Like, whatever you think that you want to do, you can, like, you literally can do it. But chat, it is very important. You gotta keep God first. I'm telling you, chat. I'm not just saying this for no reason. The reason why I be taking all them streams off, all them days, I kept taking the streams off. Chat, the first time I mentioned 3 phases that I'm gonna go through, that was the first time I started planning. And that was what, only a month and some change ago.
What made that moment hit so hard was how real it was. No script, no act, just pure emotion. Fans watching could feel the weight of everything he'd been through to get there. It was a reminder that success doesn't erase struggle, it makes the victory that much more meaningful. Ludwig's farewell stream. Ludwig's farewell stream felt like the end of an era. For years, he'd been one of Twitch's most entertaining personalities, the guy who made streaming look fun, creative, and unpredictable. But when he went live that day, the tone was different. There were no jokes, no flashy stunts, just Ludwig sitting in front of his camera, visibly emotional. He told his viewers he was leaving Twitch to start a new chapter on YouTube.
And like this, I'll end on a good note, boys. Whew! Feel good. That was a really fun stream, chat. Almost 8 hours in the books. I gotta do a few things. But anyway, boys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. This was a really fun stream. I hope you guys had a good time. The YouTube thing was kind of unexpected, but I thought it was cool. Streaming's still my favorite thing to do. I know it sounds like cap, and you guys are like, no, you just like all the money, which is why you ask for primes constantly, which, you know, that's not bad. But hanging out with you guys is usually the most fun I have in a day.
You could hear the sadness in his voice as he thanked people who'd been there since his early days. At one point, he even paused to wipe his eyes. The chat was filled with purple hearts, and longtime fans started spamming messages like, "We'll follow you anywhere." It wasn't just a goodbye to a platform. It felt like saying farewell to a whole era of memories. Even though it was a happy move for his career, that stream reminded everyone how deep the bond between streamers and their communities really runs. It's not just about gameplay or views. It's about people growing together. And when Ludwig finally hit that end stream button, it felt like thousands of friends saying goodbye at once.
Means a lot when we get to hang out. Have a good one.
Pokemon's burnout and emotional stream. Pokimane has always been known for her calm energy, funny, friendly, and usually in control no matter what's happening on stream.
What the f was my laugh at the beginning of that?
You run like a... You...
Oh my god, that really does sound like Timo! Holy sh! I didn't really hear it until now!
You run like a gazelle.
But there was one day when that perfect image completely cracked.
I know my mind and my heart really don't want to admit it, but I think I'm burnt out. And unlike any other way I've been burnt out in the past. Yeah, games and streaming is a little bit stale right now, but I think it's more than that. I just find myself doing so many things. I'm just a fucking should'er. I always do things that I feel like I should do.
During a live stream, she opened up to her audience about how exhausted she really was. She admitted she'd been pretending to be okay for months, smiling on camera while feeling totally drained inside. Her voice was shaky, and you could tell she was fighting back tears as she said, "I just don't feel like myself anymore."
But you can't do the same thing forever. And I just feel like it's time for a change. I think my heart is yearning for the outdoors and for experience and for friendship and for stuff. But I think my mind and my habits are so used to work and overworking that it's really hard to break out of that.
For someone who built a career making others happy, that was a heavy thing to admit. Fans filled her chat with hearts and kind words, begging her to take a break, and she did. she stepped away from streaming for a while, focusing on her mental health and learning to set boundaries. When she eventually returned, she looked refreshed but honest about her struggles. That moment reminded a lot of people that even when a streamer looks fine, the pressure to always perform can quietly eat away at them. Pokémon's breakdown wasn't weakness, it was realness, and her fans loved her even more for it. Valkyrie's Reflect controversy. Valkyrie was on top of the world. She wasn't just a successful streamer, she was a role model for millions.
Sakura! You're late! I can't take
All right, guys, you ready for the game?
You are so late!
I'm so ready.
I'm so late. It's been like a couple minutes.
It's been 5! Could you hear me yelling at you?
I thought you were just playing Valorant, not gonna lie.
But in 2021, everything came crashing down after the launch of her skincare line, Reflect. The brand claimed to protect skin from blue light damage caused by screens.
Meet Reflect. It's the skincare collection that's for everyone who uses a screen.
But when people started asking for scientific proof, things got messy fast. Scientists, fans, and even other creators called it a scam.
I have said literally, I think approximately 13 times in the past half hour that this blue light shit is bullshit. Okay? Probably 13 to 14 times. It seems as though this blue light shit is bullshit. How many fucking different ways would you like me to say that?
Overnight, her reputation took a massive hit. You could see the pain in her face when she went live to talk about it. She looked nervous and defeated, saying she'd been blindsided by the whole thing. She trusted the company's experts and felt betrayed when it turned out they couldn't back up their claims. I really thought I was doing something good, she said softly, holding back tears.
I also wanted to say that all of the hate and the doubt and the concerns and the criticism are all warranted and valid. I understand completely where you're all coming from. I also was very upset and confused when I saw the website and there were no links to the studies or credits to the labs or the people that worked behind the scenes to...
For someone who had built her career on honesty and connection, the backlash cut deep. But what made that moment powerful wasn't just her apology, it was how real it was. No PR talk, no script, just a human being who made a mistake and owned it. It was a painful lesson about trust, fame, and how fast the internet can turn. We've already seen heartbreak from health scares, burnout, and public backlash. But trust me, the stories ahead hit even harder. Some streamers lost people they loved. Others faced moments so raw, the internet didn't know whether to cry or click away. But here's a question for you. If millions were watching, would you be strong enough to stay on camera through your worst moment? Let's keep going, because 6 will hit close to home for anyone who's ever had their heart broken. XQC's relationship breakdown. XQC has always been one of Twitch's most unpredictable streamers. Loud, funny, and sometimes straight up chaotic.
From stream,
I talked
chat,
for 10
Reddit,
minutes and turned my stream off, and I tanked I blamed myself. You talked to me for 3 hours, blaming everybody else. You fucked me for 3 hours.
Information? No, I did not.
I fucked myself for 20 minutes. Then you fucked me for 3 hours. How was that fair?
No.
But during one emotional stream, fans saw a completely different side of him. He went live and started talking about his breakup with Adept, his longtime girlfriend. What began as a casual chat quickly turned into something much deeper.
I will not ask you to do the next paragraph and you go home. So by court work, I have full authority to depart. I have full authority to depart based off the court order that we agreed upon. You signed your name on it. Get out now? No, I need you to come back now. Because
His voice cracked and he admitted he felt lost. For once, there were no jokes, no raging, just raw emotion. He explained how hard it was to balance streaming every day with trying to maintain a real relationship. Fame had turned their private life into something everyone watched, judged, and speculated about. The chat, usually filled with memes and spam, went silent. People could feel the pain in his words. After that stream, clips spread everywhere, not because he said something controversial, but because he finally let his guard down. It reminded fans that no matter how much success or money a streamer has, heartbreak hits the same. XQC's moment showed that even behind all the noise and fame, he's still human, just a guy trying to figure out life like everyone else. Amaranth's emotional confession stream. For years, Amaranth was known as the queen of Twitch, confident, bold, and always in control of her image.
The Catholic Church, also known as the Roman Catholic Church, is the largest Christian church, with 1.3 billion baptized Catholics worldwide as of 2019. Want to hear more?
But one night, she broke that illusion completely. During a live stream, her tone changed, and what came next left viewers speechless.
And so I ran in here to call the cops, and he literally kicked the door in and broke, like, this doesn't even have a hinge anymore.
She revealed that she'd been trapped in an abusive marriage all along. Her husband had control over her finances, her social media, and even her public image. She said he threatened to kill her dogs and ruin her life if she ever spoke out.
Why did you say you were gonna kill my dogs?
Leave the house.
Okay, I can leave the. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't leave the house because my dogs are here.
We'll take the dogs and leave.
Literally just lied on my Twitter.
Yeah, I don't care. I built the Twitter.
Once the phone call ended, Amaranth began to talk directly to her stream while continuing to deal with the situation. That's when we all learned a lot more.
You could hear the fear in her voice. She was crying, trembling, but determined to finally tell the truth. Thousands of viewers flooded her chat, offering support and demanding she get help. It was one of those moments where Twitch stopped being entertainment and became something real. When the stream ended, people feared for her safety. But a few days later, Amaranth came back, calm, safe, and free. She told her fans she'd finally taken control of her life. That raw confession didn't just expose what she'd been through, it reminded everyone that even the strongest looking creators can be fighting silent battles off camera. Dream's face reveal backlash. Dream's face reveal was supposed to be one of the biggest moments in YouTube history. After years of hiding behind a mask, he finally decided to show his real face to millions of fans around the world. The hype was unreal. Everyone was curious, excited, and ready to celebrate the moment.
Do I just drop it? All right, for real, I'm dropping it. Hi. It feels so awkward talking to a camera for the first time. Hi, my name is Clay, otherwise known as Dream.
But what came next was something no one saw coming. Within hours of revealing his face, the internet turned cruel. People started mocking his appearance, posting memes, and calling him names. It was brutal.
Oh, hello. Hi. It is Dream.
You should have kept the mask on. Oh my gosh!
Dream had expected love and acceptance, but instead he faced an online storm of bullying. You could tell it affected him deeply. In later streams, he admitted how the hate made him question everything, even the decision to show his face in the first place. Imagine revealing your identity to the world only to be torn apart for it. That moment showed how toxic the internet can be, even towards someone who's given years of entertainment to millions. Dream wanted to connect on a deeper level, but instead he got burned. Still, he didn't let the hate define him. He reminded everyone that confidence isn't about perfection, it's about owning who you are. Ninja's emotional return. There was a time when Ninja was everywhere. Fortnite tournaments, TV shows, sponsorships, he was the face of streaming itself. But as fame grew, so did the pressure. When he suddenly disappeared from Twitch after losing his partnership, fans were confused. Months went by with almost no updates. People began wondering if he'd ever come back. Then, out of nowhere, Ninja went live again, and it wasn't the usual high-energy stream everyone expected. He spoke honestly about what the past months had been like, the burnout, the stress, and how losing the joy in streaming nearly broke him. His tone was calm, humble, and very different from the loud, confident gamer fans knew.
This whole old ninja stuff needs to stop. Let me be perfectly clear. I am the same person. I'm just as hype and I freak out just as much. Old ninja, the only difference is if I died, I would say, son of a mother! Are you kidding me? Get this out of the game! You piece of. That is it. That's the only difference. I'm the same person. I just don't swear.
I had to step away, he said quietly, to remember why I started all this in the first place. That stream wasn't about numbers or hype, it was about rediscovering himself. You could see it in his face, relief, gratitude, and a bit of fear. The chat overflowed with support, welcoming him back home. Ninja's emotional comeback proved that no matter how far someone falls, there's always a way to start again. And sometimes, coming back stronger means first admitting you were struggling. We've seen moments of heartbreak, loss, and raw emotion, but the next two hit differently. They're not just about pain, they're about legacy, gratitude, and the kind of love that can move millions of people at once. If you've ever watched a streamer pour their heart out live, crying, shaking, or just speechless, you know how powerful those moments can be. So here's the question. What makes you keep watching when someone breaks down on camera? Empathy? Curiosity? Or something deeper? Let's find out. eBay Llanos' emotional goodbye to G2 Esports. In 2021, one of Twitch's biggest Spanish streamers,
No me lo puedo creer. Depende de ti.
eBay Llanos, made an announcement that left fans stunned. He was leaving G2 Esports. For years, eBay had been one of G2's most recognizable faces, known for his humor, humility, and the way he connected Spanish-speaking audiences to global esports. So when he revealed he'd be stepping away to start something on his own, it felt like the end of a chapter that defined an era. There wasn't any drama, just honesty. eBay explained that it was time to grow beyond what he'd already built.
A día de hoy, a día 13 de enero, si estás viendo este vídeo, quería decirte que mañana me mudo ya a la nueva casa y que los streamings serán desde ahí. El día 19 grabamos el anuncio de los nuevos fichajes y el día 25 de enero serán presentados oficialmente y ya serán integrantes del nuevo proyecto.
¿Qué tal, gente? ¿Cómo estáis? Este va a ser un vlog exclusivo para mi canal. La verdad, me siento un poco raro siendo así blogger, no lo he hecho nunca, no tengo ni puta idea de cómo se hace, sinceramente. Pero bueno, para el que no lo sepa, estamos yendo a la presentación.
He wanted freedom to create his own projects, experiment, and shape a community in his own style. It was a bold and emotional decision, especially considering how successful he already was. That leap of faith soon turned into something incredible. eBay went on to create KOI, his own esports organization, and continued to dominate Twitch, hosting record-breaking events and interviews. His departure from G2 wasn't a fall, it was a rise born from courage and self-belief. In the end, eBay's story became a reminder that sometimes walking away from something great is the only way to find out what's truly yours. And that's it. 10 moments that showed us the real human side of streamers. Behind every highlight reel and viral clip, these creators reminded us that the camera doesn't always catch smiles. Sometimes it captures heartbreak too. But before you go, let's play a quick game. What do you think our next video's about? Is it 15 truths you didn't know about iShow speed? 1-star versus 5-star streamer products? Or 15 times Kai Cenat fans went too far? Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the answer in the next upload. Trust me, you'll want to see this one.